Because it is launch week of Brand Accelerator Program 2.0, I'm going live more often with you. And today I would like to do a very short live with you talking about how to get higher paying clients. How do you start shifting your brand and your marketing and your content to get higher paying clients? This is a topic I absolutely love. First of all, I want to say, if you feel like you are attracting lower paying clients, clients that can't afford you, clients that shouldn't be working with you, that's okay, because it doesn't matter. Your marketing and your content can be right on point. It can be absolutely perfect, but you will always attract a lower paying client, because generally the new business owners that are kind of looking for inspiration everywhere, they are looking at everyone. They are like more in a searching mode. So you are much more likely to attract the lower paying clients. And it doesn't matter that a new business owner is not ready. It doesn't matter that it's a business with a smaller budget. So I'm going to talk about that as well. But just in general, if you are attracting companies or individuals that can't afford you, but they are still like contacting you to work with you, don't worry, there's not necessarily anything wrong going on. However, you can shift so you are attracting more of a higher tier client, a higher paying client, a better client, a more premium client. You are able to do that. But I also just want to say that your content can be right on point, but you're still attracting lower paying clients because they are always going to search. And this is the case, like I experienced it, my colleagues experience it, my mentors have experienced it, where it's like they get an application, they're like, oh really, are you sure, because this is not really for you. So I also just want to say that. But in terms of attracting or getting or signing higher paying clients, something that I really want to emphasize is that in order to attract a higher paying client, a mature client, someone who's willing to invest a lot of money in you, no matter what you do, you have to be a match for that. It's not enough for just wanting a higher paying client, just wanting more money, wanting better clients, wanting premium clients. You have to be next level. You have to become more secure in yourself. You have to become more confident. You have to perceive yourself as someone who should be working with premium clients. And that's just the honest truth. I'm not saying that in order to attract, I had a client once saying to me, well, I don't know if I'm a match for premium clients because I'm not a luxurious person. I don't go shopping for expensive things. I don't want, my brand is not luxurious. Is that what you mean, Joella, when you say this? I said, no, absolutely not. That's not at all what I mean. I'm not saying that higher paying clients are drawn to luxurious people. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. This is all energy and mindset, how you carry yourself, how you speak. That's what I mean. So if you want to attract higher paying clients and more premium clients, think about, where are you not acting like a premium person or higher tier person? Like, where are you not acting like that? Are you someone who can't handle conflict? Are you someone who is scared to show up on social media? Are you someone who is scared to charge a lot of money for your services? How are you going to attract a higher paying client and a more premium client if you are actually not acting like that yourself? I also have to say, in terms of investing as well, if you're scared to invest in yourself, but you want other people to invest in you, that's also a disconnect. That's a very big disconnect. If you have a fear of investing and growing your business, but you want people to attract people that are investing and growing and expanding. So there needs to be a match with that person in terms of who you are as a person. So that's the number one thing I would like to say, because I could sit here right now and tell you all you need is a marketing strategy, but that's not accurate. All you need is definitely not a marketing strategy. All right? So that what you need to think about is, how can I be someone who is a match for a higher paying client, a better client, a more premium client? The reason why I'm saying that higher paying clients are better clients is because it's generally true. Not always true, but just in general, a higher paying client is a better client. They are more self-led. They don't set unrealistic expectations on you. They have already gotten quite far in their business or their career, just in general. And also they value your services. So they don't feel like they're like spending all this money that they don't have, and now they're expecting you to do something. So that's what I mean. Usually, that's why I generally only want to work with people that are willing to invest, because it's a different type of person than someone who's trying to get as much as possible for as little as possible. So number one, are you a match for the higher paying client? Are you someone who is showing up on social media and having the guts to show who you are and what you think and how you feel? And are you someone who can feel confident selling something for, $10,000? Are you confident creating an offer for $10,000 and feeling like this is, nothing, for example? Like, is that something you can do? Or is that like, wow, no, that's incredible. Like, oh my God, $10,000 selling something for that amount, that's crazy. Do you feel like that? How are you going to expect like higher paying clients to be drawn to you and want to pay you? You have to feel like your services and but your services are definitely worth the money, and you have to feel like you are not scared to sell something for a higher price. You are not scared to sell premium services. You think it's natural that these higher paying clients are drawn to you, or this more premium client is drawn to you. That's just natural. Of course they are. Like, that's how it should feel. And then you become more of a match for those higher paying clients. I also want to say that there's also a massive misunderstanding that higher paying clients is a big business with a big budget. And lower paying clients are like small businesses, solopreneurs, etc. That's not at all the truth. That is a complete false belief that would be the case. Because a smaller business or a solopreneur, they might need your services way more and want to buy specifically from you way more than a big business. Because just because a business has money doesn't mean that they're going to invest with you. I'm also someone who, I would have to say, I'm used to investing high ticket. I'm used to investing in coaches and mentors and courses. I'm used to paying for the premium program. I'm used to investing to get expert advice, etc., etc. I am happy to do that, but just because I'm willing to invest everything from 5 to 50K US dollars into a course or a mentor or a program, whatever, doesn't mean that I will pay for your services. Just because I have the money or I'm willing to invest, that doesn't mean that I'm going to pay you. Like, it does, just because I have the money doesn't mean that I will use them on you. Because I'm a high paying client, but I'm also a very smart client. And I know what I want to do. I know what I want to invest in. I'm not going to invest just because someone's selling something, right? So the thing with like lower paying, higher paying clients, it doesn't matter. You need to focus on creating an offer and having an offer that is absolutely irresistible and feels like this is a must-have for me. This is an absolute must-have, and I need to invest in this, and I need to find the money to do it one way or another. So, for example, I've had clients that are actually like barely had the money, and were new business owners, but they had such a drive and such a massive motivation to change that they were like, all right, I'm doing this, I'm investing in this, I need to move forward, this is what I need. So I've had clients like that, and I've also had clients with a lot more money feeling like, I don't know, I don't have time, because they probably didn't feel like they needed it as much. So it's really not about how much money they have, or if they're a solopreneur or a big business, it doesn't really matter. I've had big corporate clients with a lot of money trying to negotiate my hourly rate back when I was a consultant. And I had smaller businesses willing to pay me more for less. So it's really not about that. So that's what I want you to know. It's not at all about the solopreneur or the big business, whatever it is. I've scaled my business selling to solopreneurs. I've built my business selling to solopreneurs. I could be selling to big businesses because that's what I'm used to. Like, that was my background. But I actually chose not to because I was not feeling passionate about it. So in the end, the best client for you is the one you are passionate to help. The person that you want to help and that you are a match for. Someone that is likely to be drawn to you and want to buy from you, but someone that you also want to help. So it needs to be a match. I usually tell my clients that your ideal client, do you know the yin yang symbol? Your ideal client is usually the yin to your yang. Usually that's what it is in one way or another. And it's very interesting. And this is something that I have understood after working with a lot of business owners, after doing it myself, after discussing with a lot of entrepreneur friends. Usually your ideal client is the yin to your yang because very often you are strong in an area that your ideal client is weak in. It can be skills wise, and it could also be personality wise. So it could be that you are very confident and sure of yourself. Your ideal client is missing that. They are missing that confidence. So they are drawn to you because you have confidence. But there's usually also a similarity, because the yin-yang symbol is not about opposites. It's about mirroring yourself in someone. So they also see something in you that they recognize in themselves. And you see something in them that you recognize in you. So very often we are more similar than we think. And I usually tell my clients and my followers as well, like, if there's anything about me that you are drawn to, it's probably because there is a part of you that has that already in you. That's probably why you're drawn to it. Like, if you're drawn to me being very outspoken, confident, whatever it is, and if you think that you're drawn to that because you don't have it, that's not true. You are probably drawn to the aspects of me that you have in yourself. That is really what's happening if you're drawn to me. Like, you are mirroring yourself in me. So it's not so much about me, it's really about you. That's why people can also get triggered. That's why you're triggered by people on social media. Maybe you've even been triggered by me. I don't know. Maybe you've been triggered by other people, because usually it's like triggering something in you. It's like awakening something in you that you have hid. And really think about this. I mean, after this live, I would love for you to really sit down and think about this. What type of people is usually drawn to you, and why are they drawn to you? Like, what is it about you that they are drawn to? And are they complete opposites of you, or is there actually some similarities? Because there is usually kind of like, they have that thing within them that you already have. But you kind of, you're helping them, like, bring that part of them out. So there's always this yin-yang thing. So really think about this in terms of getting higher paying clients, because usually your highest paying clients are these type of people, actually. Like, they are similar to you, But there's also a kind of opposite factor. Okay? And when it comes to your brand and your content in terms of getting higher paying clients, I need to just drink my coffee. When it comes to your content and your strategy for getting higher paying clients, it's not different from getting any other type of client, but it's very important to really think about your ideal client that you would like to have, what their problems are and their desires are, and what's stopping them. For example, if you are talking about the value of investing in something, in yourself, the value of investing, like you should be investing in yourself, you should be investing, if you're trying to convince people to buy from you by saying you should be investing in yourself, but your ideal client is a kind of person who has already invested in themselves and they already know that they should be investing in themselves. The reason why they're not investing in you is not because they're scared to invest, for example. Then your content about investing in yourself will feel like it's disconnecting, right? Or it could be if you're a higher paying client, usually higher paying clients, they're experienced, they're mature, they've been through it all, like they've done a lot, they've been through a lot, they've worked with a lot of people. So they're kind of very mature in terms of, their problems and their business. So for example, years ago, I felt like, of course, in the beginning of my business, I had a lot of problems, right? So there were a lot of like, okay, I'm not good enough in this, I'm not productive enough, I should be getting more sales, I should like there's so many problems. And this time of my life, I'm not really drawn to people talking too much about my problems because I don't identify someone with a lot of problems. I'm not saying that I still have problems in my business. So if you're speaking to a very specific problem, like I don't know, maybe it's about, wanting to improve my program or something, like wanting to improve the process of my program, and I feel like there's problems in my program or my process or something, then you're speaking to a very, very specific problem. But I'm not experiencing overwhelm. I'm not experiencing grief. I'm not experiencing stress and all these big emotions that maybe was there during the beginning of my business. So that's why you want to be very specific about the problem you're addressing and not try to paint this horrible use this fear-mongering technique to get people to buy from you, because a mature client are not scared of what will happen if they don't buy from you. A mature client knows that, yes, they have problems, but their problems are not massive. So when you're talking about everything sucks, sales are low, you're stressed, stuff like that, you will attract clients with a lot of problems and a lot of stress and a lot of negativity, right? But a mature client is more likely to feel like they have a specific problem. They know exactly what the problem is, and the outcome they are after, they know their desired outcome. So they know what they would like the result to be. That is what you want to focus on, instead of trying to paint the picture of everything being horrible, So really try to think about this. And I was thinking about this recently because I was following a coach that I actually liked her content. I used to listen to her podcast and stuff like that. And then I saw she changed her strategy in her content to talk to a much bigger, problem aware entrepreneur, someone with a lot of problems, who's stressed, who is feeling this, who's feeling that. And then I kind of I'm not really into this anymore. I ended up unfollowing her because she was talking about all these problems that I couldn't relate to, and I couldn't relate to being so in such a pain in your business, basically. So that's why I unfollowed her, because she started talking to a very desperate client, and I'm not a desperate client. So don't speak to someone's desperation and panic and this deep pain if they don't really have that. Just speak to very specific. It could be something like, I'm like, I don't know, if you're a sales coach, let's say, that you're helping people turn more sales meetings from no to yes. Like, that's a very specific pain. Instead of like, you're overwhelmed in your business, you're sad because the sales are not as high as you would like them to be. Actually, no. Maybe it's not at all like that. Maybe it's just like, I have this problem, I want to fix it, but I'm not crying about it in the evening. So your content is disconnecting when you're going overboard. I think I'm going to stop talking here. I know I'll always tell you guys that I'm going live very short, and then I end up being live for a long time. But I wanted to stop here, but I want you to think about, to leave you with something, to think about what type of client is naturally drawn to you and why. What are the qualities in you that they appreciate? And are there any similarities between the both of you? So could it be that they're insecure and you're very confident, but at the same time, that's probably because they have this desire to feel more confident, and they do have that within them. And I also want you to think about like, what is a higher paying client to you? What does that even mean for you to have a higher paying client? Are you meaning that you actually, it's not about getting a higher paying client, but it's more about working with clients that are more like, have a bigger pain, so they are more likely to want to invest with you? Or do you want to work with people that just are more experienced, have more money, whatever it is, so they are more easy to work with? So when we say higher paying clients, like, what does that mean? Because again, I've had business owners that just started their business working with me, and I've had other types of clients that are much more experienced at the same time working with them, but also have had people say no. So what do you really mean with a higher paying client? So start thinking about that. Because for me personally, it's not just about getting clients that want to pay me. It's about getting clients that are mature and driven and have experience running a business, so they know all the hurdles, they've been through the hurdles, and they've tested a lot of things, but they are trying to turn more of their followers into clients. Like, that's the kind of client that I want. So for me, it's not about getting higher paying clients at all. It's more about the type of person that I am attracting, because I could be selling something to more inexperienced people as well, but I'm choosing not to do that. All right. So have a good day, and I hope you apply for Brand Accelerator Program 2.0. Prices go up both on VIP and Brand Accelerator. I'm increasing the price on Wednesday. So apply or DM me if you're interested. People have asked me about the price, and I wanted to let you know that you need to apply or message me to learn more about the price of the program and the details of the program, because I don't accept just anyone into the program. You have to apply and you have to DM me to find out more details. That's why I'm not putting up the price and the exact details about the price, but I am letting you know that I'm raising the price with $1,000 on Wednesday in Brand Accelerator Program, and in VIP I'm raising the price $5,000. So just letting you know, and talk to you soon.